Welcome to UC Today with me, David Dungay. Today I'm joined by CEO of HORISEN, Fabrizio. Welcome to the show, Fabrizio. How are you?
Hi, David. Thanks to be here. I'm fine. Thank you. I'm looking forward to your questions.
Great. So today we're going to be talking about the big question in software development, and that is, do you buy it or do you build it yourself? But before we get into that, Fabrizio, maybe you can give us a bit of an introduction to yourself and HORISEN.
Yes. I'm Fabrizio. I founded HORISEN more than 20 years ago. And HORISEN is a company which is building messaging technologies. So we are a pure product house for messaging products like platforms, messaging platforms for the retail, wholesale, SS7 technologies, and so on. To my person, I'm 48 years old. I'm an electronic engineer and I love chocolate and I hate garlic. Now you really know all the dirty secrets about me.
Great. Okay, so let's start with a few challenges. What do you see as the biggest challenges today when it comes to in-house software development?
Sure. So your own employees are no longer available for day-to-day business jobs during the implementation of internal projects. This is calculated for the time of the project, that's fine, and it does not pose a problem. But how do companies deal with it when the project takes longer than planned? Because then the employees are missing for the day-to-day business, the business where you actually earn your money, right? And let's say a company plans 1 year for a software project. You can be sure it will take longer. And the moment you realize it takes longer, you have to decide what to do. Continue, or do we declare the project as failed? So keeping the project plan is certainly a very big challenge. And of course, there are many successful in-house development projects, no doubt. But the risk to fail is there and should not be underestimated. So if the company buys the software it needs, this has clear benefits, like zero financial risks and no poker playing if the software does what it should. So the software exists, so no surprises. This means you can test the product before you buy it and then find out, does the software cover all your needs?
Wow, so customers can actually test software before they buy it.
Exactly. And because if a software doesn't fit, you just evaluate another one, right? So testing is a very big advantage. You can't do that with in-house built software because you don't have a product you can test. All you have in the beginning are specifications on paper, but you don't know you will be successful or not. And to come back to the topic of the resources, I can tell you, no matter what you do, there are always too few programmers. You think you have 50, 60, 100 or more, doesn't matter. You can be sure you require much more. And good programmers, unfortunately, are really hard to find nowadays. Even if you have enough resources and if you finish the project successfully, the software still needs to be maintained. So building your own software costs a lot of money, not only during development, but also afterwards. Why? You have security updates, you want additional features, software can fail or be prone to malfunctions. All these are costs which are really hard to budget. And when you think you've made it, you realize you have to invest and maintain the software for years to come if you want to use it. And that's often where they realize it too late.
Yeah, I mean, so considering what you've just said, it would appear that in-house development is just full of risk and maybe not even profitable at all.
I absolutely agree, yes, at least in most cases. So if you develop software in-house that you could buy as a ready-made solution, then going your own way is really risky. First, you have no guarantee that you reach your goal and on time. Second, you have no guarantee that you won't go over your budget. Third, it's difficult to estimate upfront how much the maintenance will cost you. And on the other hand, if you can buy software that meets your needs, you can evaluate and test it. You don't lose time because you can start very fast using the software you buy. You will not have surprises because you know exactly what you are getting and you have guaranteed that the software will do what you bought it for. And last but not least, you can budget everything. So when you buy the software, you can be sure it works. You don't take unnecessary risks. And I think this is a really big advantage.
I want to pick up on expertise as well. Internal expertise versus external expertise. Which one leads to success, and what's the difference between those?
So whether internal or external specialists, they are all professionals and know what they are doing. And I want really to avoid belittling the internal expertise of other companies. But let's keep in mind that if the software development you need is not part of your main business, your employees are probably not really very deeply specialized in it either. So why not use brain power that offers you exactly that? Expert knowledge and specialization. We have experience with thousands of our customers, and they are all very, very smart people, right? That the money is thrown out because it is not their day-to-day business to develop this kind of software. This means that when you buy software from us, from HORISEN, you can be sure that our developers are specialized in their fields. Because for our employees, it's a robust lifetime story. HORISEN employs people who have been working on our product since the company was founded more than 20 years ago. And that's why we say, focus on growing your business and let us manage your software.
Well, let's talk about that growth then. Scaling software. Is that still a major issue for businesses?
Absolutely. I mean, when a business grows, the software must grow with it, right? And after all, what could be worse for a company than when its own development restricts or even stops the growth? I mean, that would be a full failure, right? In such a case, you really lose a lot of money. And making software scalable is actually not really easy, as it sounds. Just adding more virtual machines or servers does not do the job. I mean, if your base is designed to build fast a garden shed on top of it, then it's going to be difficult to build in the future a skyscraper on this base, right? And of course, if your budget is only now for a garden shed and not for a skyscraper, then you have to cut back somewhere. You have time limits, you have budget limits, and maybe in the beginning of the project, scalability has not even been considered in the architecture at all, because it is more important that you deliver it fast and as quickly as possible. I mean, sometimes management, do it fast, and cheap, but then you have to cut somewhere.
Yeah.
And if you see, by considering all these points together, it's a really hard challenge and you see yourself immediately in trouble, right? So the HORISEN specifications precisely meet these scalability requirements. With our software solution, the basement was by architecture developed from the beginning to scale.
What about security, Fabrizio? I mean, has this become an important focus when it comes to software at the moment?
Yeah, tell me about it. You really have to spend a lot of attention and money on security. And here the same applies with scalability. You have your given budget, you are supposed to make your software development scalable. Now you have to make it secure, but there are still millions of functions to be developed in it, right? So you already see yourself in problems which are getting bigger and not smaller. So this means you have to cut back everywhere. If not in functionality, then maybe in scalability. If not in scalability, then you really want to cut back in security. You should never compromise on security nowadays. So for security, you need to have a deep security knowledge, and often companies don't have this in this area. And the daily business of HORISEN is to make software as secure as possible. And that is the difference. We have a team of specialists who regularly scan our products for vulnerabilities, who are constantly educating itself, and always keeps its finger on the pulse because it's our main business. And as you can see, we take a lot of problems off customers' shoulders.
Maybe you could tell us a little bit more about the main business, the HORISEN solution, and what you do.
So HORISEN is a pure product house. We are not a project house. This means our daily business is to develop our products, which we offer to simplify the daily business of our customers. We offer everything from one hand, which is much cheaper than developing it yourself. And our customers have the guarantee that all our products work and that they can be used immediately. And we from Horizon, we offer a precise range of messaging products. We have been improving our software non-stop for over 2 decades. Furthermore, we provide updates very regularly. And our solution is very robust, highly scalable, very secure, and feature-rich. And now I get to another very significant point. Since Horizon was founded, we have been working very closely with our customers. Inputs, ideas, requirements from all those customers we take very seriously, and also we let them influence in our product development, because 100 brains are smarter than just one brain, and every single idea from our customer improves our software. This is what characterizes our products and makes them user-friendly, fully functional, and sales-oriented, because this is what our customers need.
Fantastic. So to the question then, and I think I know what you're going to say, Fabrizio, but for customers, what route should they consider? Is it a build it yourself or buy it externally?
Well, David, that's a clearly buy if there is software available that covers the function you require. So if you buy it, you have no risk. You can test it. You can start immediately. You have a guarantee that it works. And even if maybe the purchase price hurts at the beginning, I can tell you from 20 years of experience in this business, in the end, it is much, much cheaper to buy. And we have many customers who can confirm this and said, if only we had bought the ready-made software solution from the beginning, we would have saved ourselves a lot of money, trouble, and worries. So David, clearly buy the software.
Great. Well, look, Fabrizio, that's all we've got time for. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you very much, David. Take care.
And thank you for watching. You've been watching me, David Dungay, on UC Today. If you liked today's conversation, please give us a like and a share on social media. That's it from me. See you next time.